world's second largest and second most populous continent in the world with a progressive development. The story of Africa's development is ever-changing. Today, 6 of the world's fastest-growing economies are in Africa. It is a fact that developments throughout sub-Saharan Africa in the last decade or so suggest a changing landscape where science, technology and innovation are emerging as key drivers in socio-economic development. The Science Granting Council is one of the initiatives focused on generation, identification and testing of scalable ideas and innovations that connect solutions to the various challenges in Africa.
Science granting councils are very important components of science systems, and so this project is actually quite important because strong science systems are expected to contribute to social and economic development.
Cocoa directly supports over 15,000 households in Uganda. Fermentation is one of the vital steps that ensure the development of chocolate flavor precursors and thus determines the quality of resultant chocolate and price offered to farmers.
Those boxes you see, the big ones, they accommodate 1,000 kilograms. This one accommodates 700.
The currently used fermentation methods require huge volumes of cocoa pulp to achieve the desired quality, leaving small-scale farmers with no option but to sell their cocoa at a low price.
We are trying to mimic the processes that cocoa undergo when it is being fermented using the story fermentation boxes. What always happens, they put the cocoa in the first box for 2 days. And then after the 2 days, they turn it and put it in the second box and they store it there for also 2 days. The third box, it spends there 2 days also.
We have been taking 7 days to ferment a cocoa, and the single box just take 4 days, as I have told you.
The first 2 days, we leave the cocoa untampered with. After the second day, we do the turning using the hand crank.
Under a public-private partnership, the National Cocoa Research Institute, NACORI, in collaboration with private sector actors and with support from the Science Granting Council's initiative and the Uganda National Council for Science and Technology, is tackling the above challenges by designing a single cocoa fermentation box that handles smaller volumes of 40 kilograms and more, and a stainless steel press for extraction of juice from cocoa pulp that can be fermented to generate value-added products like wines and ethanol.
With this fermentation box, we can achieve the right fermentation without necessarily taking the entire 7 days. We will test from day 3, and on day 4, we noticed that we had attained the right fermentation and the right flavor.
We are sure that it has been properly fermented. We take care of the quality, and then we're exporting to Far East and to Europe and wherever else we are exporting to.
We are very happy that the partnership has worked.
Elsewhere in Uganda, the National Commission for Science and Technology, in collaboration with Makerere University, has come up with ways of adding value to the byproducts of beekeeping. One such product is propolis and bee venom.
It can be a raw material for the pharmaceutical industry. It can be a raw material for the food industry.
Bees collect it because of the high medicinal properties to sterilize the hive to treat themselves against diseases. So we want to see how we could extract some of the medicines here to apply it in human health.
I pour my ethanol in, then I agitate. This is the brown filtrate we have. For the brown one, it will be like this.
We should be able to come with over 6 products.
It is composed of business associations, cooperatives and companies.
And basically our role in this project is to provide a platform through which, for example, we can protest the prototype, but also we can solicit input from the actors and also try to get the perception of the actors on the developed products. This project has caused a lot of excitement within the private sector. The beekeepers themselves, they were very happy and they felt that this is going to create a lot of demand of the product.
After this innovation and the mobilization we did during the baseline survey, the training we conducted, now most of the farmers have started to commercialize on propolis collection. And with this kind of innovation coming up, probably the price may even go up, and this will impact much to the outgrowers. They'll be able to earn a living from the sales of propolis. These farmers are very motivated now, like during the honey week, because Tornado mobilized the farmers to bring propolis. So most of the farmers who brought propolis were all bought, and people went back when they are very excited. So I think this will also boost up our production.
Such initiatives have been made possible through the support from DFID, IDRC, and South Africa's National Research Foundation, NRF, supporting the Science Granting Council's initiative, SGCI, in Sub-Saharan Africa, who work to strengthen the capacities of various national science granting councils in supporting research and evidence-based policies.
What we are doing is actually to ensure the learning, the knowledge that we share with the councils is actually codified in terms of manuals and guidelines and so on. And these stay within the council. So even if people move within the councils, new people come, they'll find that there are guidelines, there are manuals, there are standard operating procedures that that they can use.
We have 80% of wheat, we have 8% of soybean flour, we have 10% of maize bran, and 2% of maize jam.
I'm the PI for the project wanting to incorporate maize jam and bran into confectionery and baked products. The project is aiming to make products which are of high health density, high nutrient, and good for the human consumption. You make a product so that you can help the nation grow and fight malnutrition and also fight the disease.
We train young people, even adults, in cookery, different skills, particularly cake making and decoration, pastries, and also general cookery. My main interest is looking at how we can make products which are fiber rich and also nutritious.
Maganjo is a company which has been existing for a long time, producing maize-based products. There's a constant supply of bran and jam from that factory. And that factory has a roaster, which helps us to roast the bran, so that we increase on the flavor profile of our products.
Once we have perfected the production of good quality bran, our products will not be limited to just here, but they will be in the high-end supermarkets, in the plains, and abroad.
It is nice.
Thank you.
In Malawi, electricity supply is characterized by frequent blackouts, which negatively affect business activities. Lack of alternative sources of energy has led to overdependence on biomass. the Malawi University of Science and Technology has partnered with Green Impact Technologies with support from the Science Granting Council's initiative SGCI and the Malawi National Commission for Science and Technology to pilot a free-for-service social enterprise business model which involves commercialization of social services at Sangano Market in Cheo District, Malawi.
Our organization is more to do with giving out simple solutions to Malawians. So specifically at Sangano, what we are doing is we are looking at waste management. We are helping the market to improve the sanitation and health of the market, and also do waste management by recycling waste, biodegradable waste into biogas, and also improve soil fertility by giving the community bio-liquid fertilizer and bio-solid fertilizer.
Project iberabwera pano ife tayina ndi manja awiri. Komanso ndi chinthu chabwino kwambiri pakufika chinthu chimenechi kuti mwina vuto la zinyalala ndi mmene zinafotokozeredwa kuti pakhala kachina biogas, achina fertilizer ndi zinthu zoti anthu ambiri asangala nazo olonga khaine amene ngati mtsogoleri wa nsekawo.
The results of this project will strengthen the advocacy for the adoption of the renewable energy initiatives. Let's take, for example, by producing biogas, which will be used in the homesteads for all sorts of activities, will be replicated in virtually most of the districts.
Smallholder farmers, estimated at a population of 7,000, dominate Malawi's dairy industry. These farmers do not have access to electricity or reliable power energy sources to modernize their farming activities. As of 2014, access levels to grid electricity in the country was lower than 2% in rural areas. In most rural areas, milking is done using hands, and a majority of the farmers do not have a reliable supply of safe water for maintaining adequate levels of hygiene and sanitation.
Our project is about introducing solar-powered milking machine. This is an innovative way that a farmer can be able to milk without pulling the teats of the animal and without stressing the animal.
This is a project which was initially hatched by the university. So it was in the design of the university. If we provide these farmers, or maybe we enlighten them about solar milking machines, so that they can milk their cows using solar power. This should assist them since they are out of grid. So knowing that the university are research institutions and they may not have the capacity to do all the technical work of installing these solar systems for the milking, that's when we were approached as a private-public partnership partner, PPP, for the university. And for the farmers, because they had no access to potable water, they are also equipped with water system that is solar powered, to make it easy for the research and also as we are going to disseminate this technology to the farmers.
Si machine okamira nkakawo khayai pali masola kwa masoto maunikira nyumba kuonera ujene TV ntchito zambiri kuunikira kunja kuti mwina tipeze chitetezo.
Everyone is excited and is looking forward to having a similar system in their homes because it's changing their socio-economic status of the homes.
From the farmers that are using this technology currently, they have seen an increase in their yield of milk. And also quality has been superb, such that there is no case where the milk has been returned from the commercial buyer. And also being a renewable energy project, there are no operational costs in terms of electricity and the likes.
Amakhani nthawi yayitali kwambiri kuti asamale ng'ombe zawo akamenkaga koma nthawi inoyo noti nthawi imene amagwisa ntchito ikhangira yachipako nthawi imene amaononga ukamangaka panopanga zinthu zina agwiritsanso ntchito nthawi iji kupangiranso zinthu zina.
We are hopeful that after everything has been completed and they have patented the technology, we should pick it up from there now commercially and sell it to the public in Malawi.
In Mozambique, the story is different.
Serão todos cadastrados neste espaço.
The emergence of the digital era has made societies change the way they think, organize and act.
For example, if I want to go to Gurue and search for an hotel, I can pay through the app. Goods and services, accommodation and healthcare. Music is an online platform available at musica.co.mz, created by CPDZ, especially to enable the economic agents of Zambezia province to be able to easily and quickly expand their business as they interact with their partners, vendors and customers at the speed of single click.
In this project, we want to see private and the public working together, and they bring the university as public, and we saw that here they work involving students, involving the lecturers, involving the other sectors of tourism, like the Ministry of Tourism, and it was very interesting.
Sim, é o seguinte, a iniciativa público-privado, principalmente o projeto Musica, que é projeto que envolve turismo a partir da informática, que é uma plataforma informática, é benéfica para muitos. Direto da plataforma eu posso encontrar respeito.
The Science Granting Council's initiative is implemented together with collaborating technical agencies. The initiative aims to strengthen the ability of science granting councils in designing, managing and monitoring of research programs based on the use of robust science, technology and innovations, and support knowledge exchange between the public and private sector, as well as establish partnership between science granting councils and other science system actors.
These councils are important for funding of research. They receive money from the government, and they in turn fund researchers in their countries. It is very important for the councils to be able to act as catalysts to ensure that the knowledge which is generated from the public sector is transferred to the private sector and then put into use. Otherwise, what tends to happen is that the knowledge just stays in research institutes and never gets to be used.
Amazingly, all the challenges that Africa is facing, the solutions are locally available.
There is really, what I could say, enormous support to improve infrastructure for innovation. Local solutions are durable, sustainable, and that is why I think we will work for the next so many years on this and more projects. Thank you very much.